Hey y'all. Hola, hola. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good eternity. Hopefully y'all are doing well today. I already got my coffee, but I don't got no water. Oh shoot. And that iPad is in my room and I need it right now. Gosh darn it. I do got my water. That's not the iPad. Hi family. Hello. How are you? Where is my other charger? Dang it. Good morning, y'all. Good afternoon. I had all my water, everything in here. Now I don't got the charger. Yeah. Well, that's how it works. Probably need to bring all of them in here, but we're just gonna go with it. Hey, family. What y'all doing? Hopefully y'all slept well last night. We're actually gonna have real class today. I think we have class every day, but sometimes it's just a free day. Hey, hey, y'all. I just had to have a conversation today, y'all. I can be real mean. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Even y'all already know. I gotta remember that everybody is not hard as nails. And how you deal with people, you gotta be mindful of how they was raised. And so sometimes when I deal with people, I can be a little aggressive. And it's not because I'm mean, but I be wanting you to get the point. So hey, hey, hey y'all. We actually gonna do some Bible work today. He said just was trying to post a video of the Jewish synagogue. They're filming it. Interesting. Interesting. I'm doing good. So you gonna need your. That movie was good. It was. It make you think, don't it? We can talk about that first. Let's do that. How many of you went and watched uh Don't Let Go? Anybody went and watched it? Some of y'all had already seen it, but to those of you that hadn't, um did it change your appearance? Did it change your view of mentally ill people and how real it is for them? Huh? You fell asleep? Okay. But to those of you that did, do you see how real mental illness is to the people that have it? Hey, D. I remember when you ripped into me when I said I was a prepper. I was crushed, but I kept watching because I needed. Why would I rip into you for being a prepper? Or are you. Okay, so this is the thing. Again, when I ask questions here, most times I'm asking from when you guys met me. So if you already did it before then, 9 times out of 10 that wasn't for you. Now I'm not saying that's what it was, but why would I rip into you for being a prepper? And that's what we do here. Unless I was saying if you started prepping here now, because sometimes I think y'all don't be listening to what I say. Because sometimes I'll ask a question from the point of you being here. If you've already done it prior, this was years ago when you started talking about stocking food. You didn't use the term prepping back then. Well, I did because I was the hood prepper before I met y'all. But I'm just saying, I hear you. I did, but I didn't see whatever you were telling me to see, and I would have to log into your Google or something to do it. But I did look at it, and I tried to blow it up, and I couldn't see it. So I'm gonna have to just copy the link and go, cause you sent it in like a Google file where I can only look at it. I gotta log in and all that. You know, I'm not doing none of that. Yeah. My channel was called The Hood Prepper at first. Before I ever met y'all. My other YouTube. Or that I was going to start, should I say. Like, I had all the stuff. But that was going to be my name. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's all right. Just just send the link from it. Like, not from your email, but from the actual website. Because y'all know I'm not logging in nothing like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm happy if you prepped before, but most times if I'm asking a question about something, it's probably pertaining to whatever we do here. Not that it's not cool that you did it before, but I be trying to get answers on, you know, how has your life changed since I've been in it? That's what I be wanting to know. I don't know what you did prior to here. But since we became a community, has your life changed at all? And that's the progress I can gauge. I can't gauge before I met y'all, you know? I just had to I felt so bad too. I gotta stop being so aggressive sometimes. But most times it's what you need to hear. I started a channel called The Snapping Prepper to teach people how to use food stamps to prep, but you never made the first video. It's okay. It's okay. You know? So you said I absolutely love it here. Listen, we do what we do around here. I'm not gonna lie, like I be real excited about what we do, and I'm grateful that um we inspire people to be better people. Period. You know what I'm saying? We inspire people to be better people, and this is actually what our message is about today. Like our hey y'all, turn on. Oh, happy birthday, Day! Happy birthday! How old are you, girl? Uh-oh. It's Daisha's birthday. Come on, Niecy Pooh. I've literally spit out drinks from like 34. Uh-oh. Oh, you grown. You almost a Thundercat. You got one more year. Look at our Thunder Kitten. Oh, you still a Thunder Kitten. You got one more year, girl. One more year. And you get inducted into the Thundercat Society. Ooh, clock it. Yep, we got us a Thunder Kitten, y'all. It's Daisha's birthday. Listen, you almost a Thundercat. Look at that. Everybody say happy birthday, baby. Listen, we almost got us another Thundercat to join. You know, well, I can't even Thundercat hold you today. We gonna have to wait till next year today. We gonna have to wait till next year today. I'm excited. So do that mean you a Gemini? Is that what that means? Is you a Gemini? You're not a Taurus this late in the month, are you? Laugh aloud. Yes, ma'am. I start the foolishness. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. But that's also why you so you said fist bump D. Let's fist bump day. Look. So that's why y'all go into detail the way y'all do too. Mm-hmm. Y'all be having OCD. Most of the Geminis I know be having OCD in one way or another. It might not be house cleaning. It might be something else. But y'all have a level of OCD in certain areas that be crazy. I know they do. Because I done met several. Y'all, it might not be in an area that nobody else think it's OCD, but y'all be having OCD. We in Gemini season, y'all stay safe. Listen, one of my brothers in Gemini, I already know. You said laugh out loud. Do we all look here? You said yes, my sister. I already know. They have it. It don't matter what area it's in. Y'all be having levels of OCD, which is good. Because think about how much information, like, and it could be your OCD might be in, and not. I don't say OCD like it's bad, because it can be a great thing. But y'all, when y'all focused in on something, baby, y'all don't be fooling with nothing else. Nothing. What you focused on is what you focused on, and bet nobody get in the way. Bet not a damn person get in the way. That is crazy. You said I'm telling you. I already know. I already know how it go. I already know. Which is like I said, it's not a bad thing to me because I know some super powerful Geminis, like for real, for real. And when they put their mind to something, baby, they gonna get it done every time. It don't matter what it is. Once they set they goal, ain't nobody getting in the way of that. And to me, that's the good form of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the good form of get in line or move around. Get in line or move around, honey. It's a real thing. Listen, but because one of the ladies I call my mom, she's a Gemini, and now certain things it be whatever. But baby, if she say I'm gonna make $10,000 this week, she gonna make $10,000, and she will zone in on that, and that's it. That's all. Ain't nothing else. All right, because a lot of people try to change my mind, and I said no. This is what I want, and I want it now. I'm trying to tell you that's one thing I know. And Gemini's will drive you to push yourself to do better too. They will. They will push you to. Now I ain't gonna say all of them, and this ain't the whatever. This is just my experience with people that are born in this time. They always want better. You know what I mean? They always want to do, and not to be better than other people. They are very business minded. Very. All of them that I know is for real, for real. I'm telling you, if they say they're gonna get something done, baby, they zone everything out and be on it. If it's some information they want, they gonna get it, which is good. That's why I said it's not a bad thing at all. But anyway, very detailed to a fault, right? High achievers, they have, yeah, they be. I'm trying. They always got 4, 5 hustles, baby. They doing something. They are movers and shakers for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. They are. So anyway, happy birthday, Pumpkin. I hope you have a good day. And I already know you're gonna get all the information and whatever it is that you're looking for. And then also, which is pretty cool, we got some strong people here, and that's what I'm grateful for. All of our talents and the skills that we have, they build an amazing web of information, and I'm grateful for that, for sure. Now, I was about to, the movie. Who that watched the movie, it make you think about different situations that you might have been in with a family member, and maybe they've never been diagnosed with mental illness. Hey, Pumpkin. But also, do you also see how that's a spiritual gift? To Holly Berry in the movie, it was a gift and a curse. Because the spirits knew that she had power to see them, and so they wanted to inhabit her. Did y'all pick that up? Anybody? Hey, Mike. Did y'all pick that up? And when they left the mama, where did they go? Because at first they wasn't attacking the mama, right? But the kids just believed, right, come on in, nephew, never let go with Holly Berry. Did y'all see? Do you see that? Did you literally watched a generational curse happen in that movie? Several. You saw the Cain and Abel curse happen. You said your mother. Think about it. You saw the Cain and Abel curse happen from the mom to the children. Listen. So when you don't deal with whatever it is aiming for your children. Do you? Ooh, Sarah. I'm sorry, then. You have to. You have to. It got in that boy's head, exactly. Because remember, at first they couldn't see it. Because they was asking her, do you see it, mama? What do you see? Okay. You hear me? If you don't deal with it, it just goes to the next generation. And if you die and you haven't handled it, there's nobody to fight it because they don't even know it's coming. It's got to be somebody in the family that steps outside of the normal family dynamic to see how everybody is sick. Ooh, Diana. Yeah. Diana said it's exactly like in Evil, the mom. Very simpler. The way it tricked that boy mind, they was trying to break the boy's mind. Exactly. It's called Never Let Go. Yep. And then it started coming for her. Come on. Come on. Yes, baby. If that didn't open up your understanding to spiritual warfare, I don't know what will. Because if you don't believe in generational curses or you don't understand why your family, that's a good movie for you to watch and take notes. And it doesn't have to be the exact same things, but you will see how spirits move and manipulate. You hear me? Because it'll be the same spirit that keep you scared of the world that'll take your life. You want to know how I know? Because I lived in the house with that. Remember me telling y'all that by 8, I was ready to end it all because it was crazy. But by 11, I was like, if I don't get out of here, I'm going to die. Do y'all remember me telling y'all that? Y'all done heard me say that a whole bunch of times. If I didn't leave my mom's house, I probably wouldn't be alive. Me and my son just talked about it last night. There is not one house that my mama lived in that demons didn't run through that bad boy tormenting us while we slept. You always felt like somebody, I don't hear on my body standing up talking about it. You always felt like somebody was watching you. This is when I always used to get the scratches on my body. This is when the man, when I moved out of her house, I didn't see it as much. I'm not saying I didn't see it, but in my mama house, if I go there today and go to sleep, I'm probably going to have a bad dream. Won't be able to sleep, tossing and turning, because them spirits is running through there. And because certain things she won't deal with, they get to stay. And I'm not saying my mom is a bad person. I'm just saying if you do not deal with the spirits that are controlling the person and expel them, it's gonna be crazy. Which goes into what God had me read this morning. So we're gonna talk about it. Let me go get my I could put a hoodie on, but I don't want to get too hot. So we gonna try this one today. Which one? We'll do this one. We ain't seen this one in a long time. This our third hoodie, I believe. Man, I commend people who can see that and deal with nephew. And there's so many people that be playing in magic and stuff until they get a damn visitation. But listen, baby, I've been seeing spirits since I could probably walk. I told y'all I used to wake up at the foot of my mama in bed every night. My mom and my brother did. My mama's first husband. Yeah, every night I was getting in a room, and that's the same house that I was getting attacked in too. That's the place where my hand got cut. That's the place the next year I got burnt. The next year, or even in the same year, I got bit by a poisonous spider. I was in a bad car accident with my auntie. I was on the top bunk, and something pushed me out the bed, and I hit the concrete floor head first. All of this happened in the same house. The pot just magically slid off the stove and burnt me. Okay? I done stood under this stove. I didn't reach for it or nothing. And I was the only one in the kitchen. The pot just slid off the stove and fell on my arm and my hand. My daddy was fixing my fan. I go to try to pick the fan. I'm 2. Go try to get the fan and take it back in my room. He turns it on. It chops my hand in 5 pieces. Like, this is a real place where all of this stuff at this one house started to happen. Well, my mama moved on in two other houses on the same street. So the spirits that was in that area, they just moved house to house with us. Literally. Literally. And then I told you I found out when I was 14 that at the end, we lived in a cul-de-sac. At the end of that street, a dead end street, it was a crazy house at the end of there. And I used to see spirits walking by my window. I used to tell my girl, you ain't seen nothing. Whole time, they was torturing people within 300 yards of my house. At that time, it was still like a mental institution at that time. But at that time, they was using shock therapy. They was unaliving people in there and everything. And the spirits of them people used to walk right in my room. In real life, they used to walk right in my room. A crazy house is a neighborhood. In a neighborhood is, I'm trying to tell you. My uncle had to go there. Yes. 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 And I was a kid, and you ain't seen nothing. Yes, I did. That's why I was always pissing on myself. And I don't care about telling y'all because I'm grown down here. I was always peeing on myself. And it wasn't because I was lazy. It was because the demons would be in front of the door. My brother will tell y'all, I used to go run and jump in bed with him every other night, baby. I was sleeping with somebody because I couldn't sleep by myself. I'd be asleep, feel some hands on me, feel the cover coming off of me. I used to sleepwalk, all of it. How she had to put that ring on that baby ankle. My mama didn't have to put no bell on me because she always worked nights. But I always woke up. I would go to sleep in my bed and wake up downstairs everywhere. In real life. And then I told y'all it didn't happen with my son. It happened with my oldest daughter. It was like the same spirit that was on. It didn't happen to my son. My daughter, before she was 2, before she was 3, it started happening to her. I would put her in the bed. I would wake up and she would be downstairs, sleep in front of the door, or under her bed, or in the closet, all this old weird stuff. And I already remembered. But guess what? I had the same bed, and she was sleeping in it. Do you know when I got rid of that bed, my kids was not having them nightmares no more? I had that bed since my 4th Christmas. I got it for my 4th Christmas. And the exact same things that was happening to me in that bed happened to my daughter over 20 years later. When I got rid of that bed, I'm not saying they didn't have nightmares, but it wasn't like that. She wasn't sleepwalking no more. All of the stuff that and mind you, she was under 3. Yeah, I got rid of that bed. I got rid of it because I'm like, how is it that the same stuff used to happen to me? It didn't hit my son, it hit my daughter. And I was like, I got rid of that dang bed, baby, and got my baby some new beds. Girl, I went to Haiti not knowing there's a curfew. Girl, we were out there walking, and it was by the grace of God we got home safe. Oh, I believe it. Because, okay, remember this right here? Where's our books at? Oh, where they at? Remember this, that spirits can attach to inanimate objects. You know why there's always a creepy bed that they find in a room that's locked up, and then when a person starts to sleep in it, spirits is like bed bugs. Spirits are like bed bugs. Now, I know people that have had bed bugs. Most times you can't see them crawling. They wait until night. And even if they don't wait until night, they wait until you lay down and then they attack you. They wait until you're most vulnerable and then they attack, unless they're bad, because my cousin has showed me some places where they are just out in the daytime. But normally, it's not until you sit down that they are, and they come from under the pillows in their hiding space. You know how they say, like, you can move in a house that probably don't got roaches, but when you start moving around, because the bugs have been under the house, they start coming up through the vents. Anybody ever heard about that? It don't even got to be roaches. It could be any kind of bugs. But once you start moving around in the house, if they in the walls or in little closets or whatever, you start to see those bugs because they realize that there's movement in the house. I found a piece of hair like in front of my house. Like it was placed there. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Spirits are the same way. The house can stay vacant for however long, baby, until it gets some inhabitants. And then they like it's game time. They don't care about kids. And this is why I used to tell y'all, I paid attention. If people came over my house and my kids had a nightmare that night, or we seen a strange bug, that person could not come back, because demons bring spirit. They bring bugs. They bring pestilence with them. Mice, spiders, all of that. That's why evil people are always depicted as bugs. Like when the spirit leaves, it's a whole bunch of bugs coming out of their mouth. They've got nothing but time. That part. But think about it. Whenever in the movies a spirit is being released from a person, they open their mouth a lot of times, and the person will be choking because the bugs and stuff are coming out. The flies, beetles be crawling out their ears, and they pulling and pulling or trying to pull something out their throat, and it's the lone worm and all of this, because demons bring pestilence. Remember we talked about this. In areas where there's a lot of molestation, rape, alcoholism, drug abuse, and things like that, most times those areas are super run down. Not always, but if you look at the neighborhood, there's a lot of pestilence in that neighborhood. Roaches, infestations of bugs and mice and things like that. And that's because of the spirits that are inhabiting that space. I'm telling you, you all in me and my sister's combo. Sorry. Fly on the wall, Niecy Pooh. Fly on the wall. You hear me? Fly on the wall. The hood. Trying to tell you. You want to know? It's an apartment complex that I moved in right before I got with my husband. And when I moved over there, when I moved in, it was roaches. And I was like, oh, my kids was like, Mom, because they never lived with no roaches before. Well, the first thing that I did was spray my apartment. But the second thing I did, and mind you, it was robberies in a day. It was people's doors getting kicked in the middle of the day. Girls was getting snatched and assaulted. It was everything you can think of was going on in these apartments, okay? But guess what? I first sprayed my apartment, did everything I needed to do there, and then I put blessed oil on my feet, and I walked around that whole apartment complex, and I said, God, I need you to remove everybody here that is causing these things to happen. I didn't go to the office. I didn't say nothing. Do y'all know within 45 days, it was so many families evicted from them apartments, and baby, what and all the police and shootings in the mid, all of that ceased within 45 days. Because I didn't pray against the people. I prayed against the spirits of the people that were, the spirits that was using the people to do these things. And those apartments are still pretty calm now. When I moved in there, it was bad. It was real bad. The infestations was bad. Everything was bad. Right after I moved in, probably like a year later, they updated everything. They redid, they knocked down walls, they knocked down buildings. It was a different, and it don't even look like the same apartment complex now. No joke. And this has been every area I didn't have to move into the hood. I didn't have to move into a whole bunch of crazy places, but it ain't gonna stay like this, because I understand that this is a spiritual war. That's why you see people walking around, sitting on the corners and stuff looking like zombies, because they are possessed by the spirits that have hold of that land. That's why certain things are more prevalent in certain areas, because the demon that is over that projects, that apartment complex, that neighborhood, when you start to see it, it's all like if they say, oh, it was a this, you already know what neighborhood it is before they even tell you what streets, because that is something that happens over there all the time. That means that is the ruling demon of that area. And just like police have jurisdiction, demons have jurisdiction. There's only so many, they like warlords, like the GDs and all that. You can't come over here without calling the official and telling us you on your way, because if you cross over here, then we think you want some BS. They get that from that. If you think about gangs and how they work, It's the exact same things with demons. Now, sometimes behind everybody's back, two of them is getting together and they playing both of the sides against each other. You know what I'm saying? Like they giving information on the one to whatever. It's just like that in the spiritual realm, because the demons fight amongst themselves as well. They don't just fight against us; they fight against each other because that's their nature. This is how they can get you to fight your family member, your mama, put hands on you, pull a pistol on your cousin. That's what they do, because these are their uh, interactions with each other. You said, "Oh my God, we are leaving this place because the place got infested." I'm trying to tell you. You said the movie Deliverance didn't like working. Oh, you worked on it? You was working on that movie? Really? You was? What did you do there? All this is going on within my family right now. See, this is why we about to have a class we about to have. Look at my dad. Hey, T. Hey. So, you're gonna need to read in the Message version of the Bible today. Y'all open? So we can go on and see what we be seeing. And this is why I told y'all these books are so important up here. The spirit names and all of that stuff. So you're gonna need your Bible Gateway. And the version we're gonna be reading out of is the Message Bible. But there's nothing bad. Do people have that hate me and plot, and I don't sit around? But I know no one. So the spirit of hate is what's running through there. The spirit of hate bring murder and rage and envy. They run in packs. And then each one of them can have minions under them, girl. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Hold on one second. I had this on my phone. It's the MSG Bible, if you know. Hold on one second. What the? Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. So I need you to go to Mark 1. Y'all ready? We're going to Mark 1 in the Message Bible. I'm like, why can't I find it? Because I was looking in the wrong version again. But it's Mark 1 in the Message Bible. Okay. Y'all ready? Here we go. So it says, the good news of Jesus Christ, the message, begins here. Following to the letter, the scroll of the prophet Isaiah. Watch closely. I'm sending my preacher ahead of you. He'll make the road smooth for you. Now, I want to stop right there. Does that mean that the road was rocky? Does that mean that there was not already a clear path? If someone has to go through and smooth the road out for you, that means when they got there, the road wasn't smooth. Right or wrong? The way wasn't already made. So somebody, oh, okay. Like a road full of potholes. Here we go. Or a gravel road that's going to ping up and hit your car. Somebody got to go through. Prime example, even when they do ice skating and stuff, the Zambonis, what are they used for? What is a Zamboni used for? Anybody know what a Zamboni is used for? To smooth the ice. To clear the ice and make it smooth. Because if the ice is all cut up, could that affect the skater? It could affect the tricks and the jumps and the whatever it is that they gonna do, because their blade could get caught in something that is already cut. So when they go to spin, they might hit something and they could break their ankle for real, break their knee, fall, hurt themselves. So God sent John to go through the wild places, through the rough places, through the places where it was dangerous, to smooth the way for Jesus to come and for us. Yes or no? They could end their life or career. Okay, make them stumble and fall. Ooh. The Message Bible. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? How many people have you mistreated and talked about how many times they failed and you didn't know they was making the road smooth for you? You said, "Ooh, bye." Your life and your walk was easier because they got out there and did the hard work. So yes, it was a simpler walk for you. Because you wasn't one having to clear the boulders out of the way so that everybody else behind you could run smoothly. Ain't no broken ankles no more. You ain't got to worry about tripping on no rocks. But you called them crazy because they was willing to move the stuff out of the way for you. They was willing to skate on the messed up ice before a Zamboni to smooth it for you. You said you're going to chop throats today. Oh. Hello. Oh, it wasn't that hard when I did it. That's because I already cleared the way. You didn't have to do the hard work. But you talked about them while they was doing the hard work and didn't know that was a road you was just about to travel down right after them. Hello? Hello? They rolled boulders out of your way. You said me with my dad. You said, did you choose violence? Did you choose this violence or dad? Uh-oh. I knew I was going to need this. Let me put this right here. Because we ain't done. Let's go. I just wanted to ask. Because we can talk about what happened. But your walk wouldn't have been so smooth if that person didn't move the boulders and cover up all the snake holes and tell you don't go over there and put the signs up, don't get off the path. Somebody had to pave it for you. Just as a parent does for their children, and dad did it for us, this part. You said me and my daughter, okay. It's easy to say how easy it was when you didn't have to pave the road. When you didn't have to fill the potholes. Because it wasn't smooth when they got there. John the Baptist was met with nothing but resistance and opposition. But he didn't quit going to the scary places. He didn't quit going to the places where the devils was running rampant and it was dangerous and he could have broke his ankle or lost his life. He kept going. He kept going because he knew that there was people that was going to have to come behind him. And this is what you should be doing as you are learning and getting closer to Christ. My mom learned the game and hustle so she could teach me, and I resented her. She worked too hard so I wouldn't have to. Oh. My kids be like, Mom, now I understand. I know. I know. And I ain't gonna lie, even though me and my mom had our issues, it's some stuff that she was trying to tell me and I didn't understand that she had to pay the way too. So that I can be who I am today in certain areas. Now, there's other people that made other roads for me, but as long as I was on her highway, there was things that she did that made it easier for me and my brothers. Wait a minute. You said this was an ongoing argument with our oldest. Ooh, see? God know what he be doing. You know what he be doing. But sometimes we have to give the people that went before us more slack because they did all the hard work. Now my kids tell me they understand. And I was right, and they are grateful for that part. But think about this. Do y'all realize that y'all paving ways right now? How many of you understand that when you came to WOIU and you started doing the hard work, moving the family boulders out of the way, moving the boulders out of your life, filling up the holes that seemed like they were never ending, that you are paving the way for other people? It don't even have to be your family. Other people that are searching for God, you pave the way for them to get to him. When you stop doing certain things, when you have walked away from certain addictions, when you have walked away from relationships that God don't want you in, you have to be the one to take the brunt of it so that the people behind you can walk smoothly. When you journal about what you went through in this last however long and you can see how God changed it, do you realize that's you coming out with the Zamboni? Because you're going to get some people on the ice and they don't, I don't know how to ice skate. So, baby, these ankles would probably be wobbly as a fool. You hear me? You trying to for your grandkids. Come on. Right? So you don't need it to be rocky when they just learning. Because if they stumble, they might not get back up. But Jesus and the people that he called, they walked the line before us. They went through all the super difficult stuff. Yeah, the trek is hard on your body, but we don't gotta go through the things that the first Christians went through. We not being thrown to no lions right now. You said you just pray. Listen. That's all you can do. How many of y'all done been pulled in front of a judge because you believe in Jesus? My kids say, how do you always know? I said, Jesus, he speaks to you if you have a relationship with him. That part. How many of y'all done been pulled into a football stadium and laughed at because you believe in Jesus? Raise your hand. How many of you have had your property seized because you believe in Jesus? See you later, Nikki. Have a good day, Pumpkin. Hello, raise your hand. Anybody? You had your property seized because you believe in Jesus? You've been dragged in front of a judge because you believe in Jesus? You've been thrown in the eight thing at the zoo because you believe in Jesus and won't denounce him? Yeah, I'm not talking about what's coming. I'm talking about right now in your walk. Right. I'm talking about, no, I asked y'all specific questions. How many of you have been taken in front of a judge because you believe in Jesus? How many of you have had you was put in jail because who lied? Okay, no, that's not, no. Y'all missing everything that I'm saying. I need y'all to hear me. There are things that happen to you, they lied on you. But was it because you believe in Jesus? Was it because you worship Jesus? We all done been through stuff. I'm saying, what has been taken from you because you believe in Christ? What dangerous situation have you actually been faced with? You had a pistol pulled on you because and somebody told you deny Christ or die? Deny Christ right now or die. This must be Helen Ferris season and fell when Jesus started writing in that dirt, because I got nothing to say, okay? But did that happen to people prior to us? Did it? Was people unalive because they said, I believe Jesus is the Messiah? They went through hell. They did. But we don't have to go through that hell right now, do we? We get funny looks. We get people laughing at us. We might get some comments online, but that ain't nobody putting a pistol to your head saying deny Christ and die or die. So there are people that paved the way for us to get up and do what we do right now, and they had to go through the raggedy stuff. Do you hear me? Somebody else had to move all them rocks out the way. Paul them and Abraham them and the Hebrew boys were the Zambonis. They had to deal with the smell of the tar when they were, you know, the heat. Y'all done all smelled it when they redoing the blacktop. Think about the person that has to smell that for however long every single day while they're redoing that smell. We don't even be wanting to be next to it, be trying to hurry up and get past it because it's so strong. We roll our windows up. They got to do it every day in order for us to be able to go on paved roads. So they put their health at risk because you know that smell can't be good. The fumes, you know, it's probably poisonous. But they do it so that you can ride on a smooth road, do they not? And most times they only repairing the roads in the summer because they can't have all the rain, they can't have all the snow because then the concrete won't stick. They can't no water get down in there. So not only are they on this machine that is making however hot that gets for it to melt and do what it needs to do, they smelling fumes and it's hot and they gotta be outside. Whether it's the person smoothing everything on the ground, making sure it go right, or the person that's watching behind them fumes is in both of their face. No? Hello? You said, yep, that's what just came into my... It's a real thing. So they have to suffer fumes, heat, and hey, pumpkin, and all of that. We in Mark 1, the Message Bible. They have to suffer things that we don't have to suffer. We just got to drive. We might have to smell it for just a short while. Okay? But we don't got to be in it all day. Well, there were people that when this doctrine came out, and even prior to that, they had to deal with things that we don't, which is why we can openly say we worship Christ and we are not thrown in jail for it, or we are not thrown to some lions or lined up in front of a executioner's block to lose our life. Somebody else had to put themselves in jeopardy. Somebody else had to go the places that nobody else would go in order for us to be able to do what we do today. Now, we are now paving the road for other people to get to Christ. We are being, he said, openly wear a cross on our neck. Come on, nephew. Be able to write thank you, Jesus online. To be able to wear a fish sticker on our car. All of it. You said, thanks, David, for going to the Lions game so I can pray and praise. Listen, Daniel, you hear me? All right, let's go. It says, watch closely. I'm sending my preacher ahead of you. He'll make the road smooth for you. Thunder in the desert. Prepare for God's arrival. Make the road smooth and straight. God said, I don't want nothing in my way. You hear me? There won't be any stumbling blocks. There won't be no rocks to climb. He said, when I come through, I need a clear path. Now, let me ask you something. Exactly. So, let me ask you a question. Do you think that the devil sending stumbling blocks and distractions is his way of adding those rocks onto the road that has already been paved? Are they illusions? Yes, definitely. Are they illusions, though? They look real, but they're really not stumbling blocks. Because God has already paved the way. But you know what it make me think of? Wile E. Coyote. When he used to paint the train this way on the mountain, so it could go in the wrong way and crash. Even though the real tricks of the mind. Here we go. I got to run to the bathroom. So I want you to think about an area in your life where God has already paved the way, but you allow the devil to throw stumbling blocks in your way, or to put up illusions to make you think that the road was not clear for you. Like the bad behind kids that drop rocks on the freeway. They came out of nowhere, and you can cause destruction if you don't see them. Why is you in my business, Sneezy Poo? You was there in Arizona that day when we was at the highway throwing rocks? Well, I only threw one. My brothers threw something, did bust the man window, and he chased him and my cousin with a gauge. In real life. To my Arizona people, if you want to know where, 51st and McDowell. 51st and the 10. Right there on the other side of the highway. All them hotels didn't used to be there. Right. I'm back. Y'all got it? On the road listening. Auntie Judy, thank you for my thing. I don't know if you came in here. I got it last night. You and your sister sending me doubles for my travel. I got both of them, and yes, I have not put them together. They are here. I got yours and hers on the same day. So, excuse me, thank you. I want to tell y'all something too. Remember when I told y'all this is the only room that I cough in? I went in my bathroom in here today, and it smells like mold. Now that I can't see none, but it smells like mold. And y'all remember when my thing was flooding? I'm going to look in that scary closet in there where my water heater is and see if there is mold growing up the wall. Because this is the only room, like, I feel like I can't breathe in. My chest be feeling heavy. It's always a tickle in my throat. I think from when yeah, I really do. Because I went in there today and I'm like, why do it smell like a moldy basement in here? It smells like a moldy basement in this bathroom right here. So I'm thinking that it's in the closet. Because this is the only room I come in and it's like, it's always something in my throat. So between these old books and that, Yeah, I am. I'm gonna have them check it. I really do believe it because I've never smelt it that strong in there. And with all that rain, it could be something that's going behind, a crack in the something, or I don't know. But it smells like real heavy mildew in there. I know. Oh, I didn't move in a place that had black mold, baby. And that might be why my breathing be so crazy while I'm in here, because it's never smelled like mold in there. Never. Not ever, ever, ever has it ever smelled like mildew or mold, and there is none, like, visible. So, I don't know. And I don't use that bathroom. It's normally only used when I have visitors behind the drywall or the wood. And I know it is because I know it is. I already know. I'm just going to let them know. Which I told them before. Because y'all remember they put that dryer thing in there. It was real hot in there to supposedly dry it. But I don't think it did. I honestly don't think that it did. So anyway, that's where we're going. All right. John the Baptizer appeared in the wild. Can we look up the definition of wild? It's simple. But what's the definition? What's the definition of wild? Uninhabited, uncultivated, or inhospitable. So ain't nobody living there. The conditions really ain't, you can't stay alive in the area. Ooh, living in a state of nature and not ordinarily tamed or domesticated. How many of y'all came here from the wild? You remember? I used to tell my mama, I know you don't like it, but sometimes I have to cuss because I'm out here with the wildlings. Y'all not wildlings anymore. Wild living or growing in a natural environment, not domesticated or cultivated. You said not the wild, but close. You said laughing I was Tarzan. Okay. Wild, not amenable to human habitation or cultivation. So does that make you look differently at where John the Baptist had to live and the things that he had to do? Lacking discipline or restraint. Say it louder, Day. How many of y'all was lacking discipline and restraint when you came here? She said it, not me. I'm just asking the questions. Amen. He was literally in no man's land. This all by himself, out in the wild, somewhere where don't nobody know where he at. You said y'all double teaming. Uh-oh. Nephew said, hold up, wait a minute. Now, discipline and restraint come with prison, do they not? So when you allowed yourself to become a prisoner of Christ, right, over here getting smacked on both sides of the face. Uh-oh. So when you allowed yourself to receive discipline, not from any man or woman, but from Christ, And when he made you restrain yourself, you became a better person. You weren't free to just do whatever. Even though you're free, you became a prisoner of Christ on your own account, on your own will. In your own will. You decided to be locked up. You decided to allow God to let the Holy Ghost put handcuffs on your hands and leg irons on your legs so you couldn't get away. You wanted to be captured, right or wrong. Because remember, in jail, you know you're going to eat, you know you're going to shower, and you know you're going to have a place to lay. You allowed yourself to be captured. Before, you was a fugitive on the run. You said, I have decided to follow Jesus. That's my song. I have decided to follow Jesus. Go ahead, girl. That's that old Negro spiritual. Quit playing. Is. Can I ask you a question? How many of you are the first people in your family to study the lost books? Oh, really? Try not to do that. You. Marios, you. How many of y'all grew up in a very religious family with a minister as a parent or grandparent? And you were willing to go away from the church community, the city that you knew, to walk out in the wild and come over here to TikTok and start learning something that everybody else really wasn't familiar with. That would be me. Okay. 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 You said to the T. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Is there at least one person, friend, kid, person at your job that has followed you down this path? It could be a homegirl, homeboy, husband. I don't care. Just one person. Your kid. I don't matter. Is there just one? Yes. 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 All we need is one, even if it's just one. Yes. Yes. Okay. How much opposition did you deal with to get that one? It's okay. Just not right now. Did you deal with a lot of opposition when you was trying to just get one? Did people hurt your feelings when you was trying to tell them about this wonderful thing that you just learned about and that you know would help everybody in your family? So you had to be the one to go and move the rocks out the way. You want to know what the rocks were? Hey, nephew, you want to know what the rocks were? All of the family religion. I'm sorry, the family rituals. The we don't do that over here, and the church traditions. Do you realize that those were the boulders? The church traditions and the family traditions were the boulders that you mustered up the strength to roll out of the way, so anybody that is trying to get to God can get to you, can get to him, because you went on and dealt with all of the stinky smells and the ugly eye rolls and the you crazy, and they need you dealt with all of that. You moved all of the boulders out of the way You said all those traditions for sure. Okay. So then, in your family or your circle or your community, you would be the John the Baptist. Do you realize that? Because y'all had to come out of what you thought church was, what you thought a relation. Not everybody, but a lot of people had to come out of what they thought God wanted them to do and what they had been taught that God wanted them to do, and to actually sit there and go and pick up rocks and say, God, is this the rock you want me to keep here or move it? Can this be used for decoration, or is it a distraction? Yeah, Mari, you got to think about it. We stepped out. I know, because when I talk to, like I said, my grandmother and different people, up until when it became popular 3 years ago, my family was not here. I told you about my brother. I told you about my friend. He came in our class. Same thing. You hear me? But we were the John the Baptists of this generation in our family. We are the John the Baptists. We dealt with all the craziness on the internet and people, not wanting to take our calls. It was hard being in church when deep down you knew something did not feel right, baby. Listen. It's hard trying to climb up a mountain that ain't got no real good rocks to hold on, ain't it? If you've ever hiked a mountain or the side of a hill, especially if it's a straight up hill, you got to grab onto the grass. We used to have to do that when we was little kids to try to get up faster. If you was going up a hill that was kind of steep, you would have to hope that grass had good roots so that you could use that as climbing to get up to the top of the hill so you could hurry up and get back down. I just use the books as bait like cheese. Come on. Well, when you in the wild, you gonna catch animals differently from if you on a preserve. And on an animal preserve, you already know pretty much where the animals is. But in the wild, they could be anywhere. They could be in a cave. It's not an open space where you can see them. You have to hunt them. Just like you have to hunt down the answers for the issues that are in your life right now. Especially when you don't feel the spirit in church anymore. Listen. Amen. Here we go. Here we go. It says, John the Baptizer appeared in the wild, preaching a baptism of life change that leads to forgiveness of sins. Preaching a baptism of life change that leads to forgiveness of sins. Did that happen? Interesting. So let me ask you a question. How many of you y'all still here with me? Okay. How many of you have had a life change that led to forgiveness, not only of your sins, but of the things that people did to you? Wow. You did, Isabel? You did, Siobhan? Unique? You? So you had to step outside of what you thought you knew or what you've always known in order to not get forgiveness just for you, but to be released from the things that you have been holding on that you wouldn't forgive other people for. Sorry, I gotta go blow my nose. When you listen, think about it. How many of y'all let go of stuff when y'all got over here? Once you found out that if you didn't forgive, God wasn't gonna forgive you, or like Miss T said, and a few of us have said, I say to myself, oh, once I found out I wasn't as good of as a person, as I thought I was, then I had to start giving out grace. Because when God was like, quit talking about them, and you guilty of the same thing. Hold on, wait a minute. We are not talking about me. Oh, but we are. It made you have a little bit more grace for people when they mess up or they hurt you. It made you forgive a little bit faster and not hold on to it and try to use it to hurt people and make them feel the way they made you feel. Come on. Me, and I was a notorious grudge holder. Come on. Hold on, y'all. How many of you have seen restoration in other areas in your family because you were the bigger one to go ahead and say, I forgive you? I'm dyeing my hair today. I am. Y'all, just get over it. I'm dyeing my hair. Not because it's gray, but because it's patchy. I'm going back to my red because this is nuts. I need this to go on and go all the way gray. I'm dyeing it today, so I will have different hair probably tomorrow. Any of you start to see restoration in your family? That was off subject, but you did and you grateful. Good job. Anybody else? Good job, Jamila. Yes? Good job, Neat. Yep, your whole life changed. But now maybe people in your family aren't so temperamental, or they see you acting differently or not letting things trigger you, and so they've started to follow suit. Yes, and it made some of us closer than that. Come on, nephew. So y'all paving the roads for other people to get forgiveness and not have to go to hell because they got unforgiveness in their heart. You being a bigger person and saying, God, it ain't even that deep. I'm not walking and holding on to this. I'm about to let it go. I forgive you. And this ain't me trying to be funny saying I forgive you. I really do. Because I don't want to wear this. I don't want to hold on to this. I don't want to be depressed. You had to be the one to take the dangerous route that everybody told you not to take because ain't nobody ever went over there. But look at what it got you. You got to see things that other people have never seen. You got to experience things that other people have never experienced in your family. Yes, I learned to be better and not bitter. Oh, and it freed up more space in your spirit for you to fill yourself up with good things, did it not? I definitely had to do that with my sister before she passed away. Okay? Okay? You had to be the one and be grateful it was you. And I'm more accountable for what I do now. And my son, who's still so young, is already taking responsibility for what he does. I'm leading by example. Come on, Nisi Poo. That's what I'm talking about. And guess what? Sometimes you got to teach the people older than you, grandmas and stuff, uncles and aunties, because ain't nobody in the family did it before you. Most times family dance around the hard issues, but they'll talk about the drama all day long. But the real issues, oh no, nobody ever wants to talk about that. So if you are the person that stands up and say, no, we're going to get to the root. And the reason we're going to get, I had to be the one on both sides of my family. It's okay, baby. God chose you, and be happy that he did, to inspire the change. Yep, had to forgive my father on his deathbed. Okay. Okay, here we go. Trying to tell you, learn that grace is extended for me just as much as the ones who hurt me. Ooh, Mari. And the more I give out and forgive, the more I'll receive as well. Listen. And once you start realizing how many crazy things you did to offend God, you be like this. Okay, off the subject, and then we're going to go. He really left the 99 and made me the one. Come on, and that's why I be happy. I be happy because he come see about me, honey. He come see about me, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have gotten this far in my walk with Jesus. Oh, I already know. I already know. Because think about this: the moment you try to hold somebody to something, you have to be held to it. I don't want you to hold nothing to me. I did that a long time ago. Leave me alone. What? No, I don't live over there anymore. Okay. So can I whisper something to y'all? Who remembers me telling y'all the story about when I lived in Arizona? Or pretty much everywhere that I lived, there's always been a witch around me, even in my school. Remember I told y'all this? I used to tell folks, go to hell in gasoline drops. Now I know that I was gonna be right on with. I've learned to shut up a little bit. Listen, I told you before, I stopped being a fan of Jesus and became a follower. Changed my life. Whole life learning I'm not a victim but a conqueror. This. So do y'all remember me telling y'all it's always a witch living around me? Like when I was 21, it was one of them. She came and knocked on the door, and the door slammed by itself. Y'all remember? And then I told y'all my teacher at school, the one that tried to get me to go into the pageant, she was a witch. Remember I told y'all? Y'all remember telling y'all this? And then the ex-boyfriend, his grandma was a witch. It's always a witch around me. And the crazy thing is, God told me that they was a witch, but it took 2 months for them to tell me out their mouth. Got the symbols on her face. All of the symbols that we researched, they're all on her face. Everywhere. She finally came out. I be trying to tell y'all. So if you ever want to know why I be worried, because they always here, hun. I can't, as much as I want to get away from it, I won't ever. Also reminded me of the lesson we had for all those hours we held on to stuff. Ooh. And at any one of those seconds in that time frame, we were prepped for hell. Ooh, Mari. And chains and torture had our signature. Mari. We could have died, and that could have been it, unless God gave us a second chance. And nephew, that's why I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Hell, you can't get out of there. And once I learned the real punishments, oh baby, y'all can keep that cheesy, sweet stuff. Torment. You don't want to go to torment. No. Let's talk about what it really is. So, dude. And look, took a book out and said, I got that same book. I took a book. She said, I have this book. I said, What about this one? What about that one? Okay, now you want to hear something crazy? She practiced witchcraft and ain't never had a visitation. She don't even believe in God or the devil, but you playing on the devil's territory. Them demons believe in you, and remember I told you, they don't care if you understand or not. They're gonna use you. She said something, I went to touch her ears, and she said, don't touch me, don't you ever touch me. I was like, whoa. But I realized, and I don't normally touch people, but God kept having me touch her. I said, I don't know why. This is crazy. But then where he had me put the hands over her ears, because said, when you have your visitation, come talk to me. In real life. Remember I told you I sat outside and talked to my neighbor until like 2 o'clock in the morning? The night that I went out and put the Sunday. My client and her mother are witches. And my client be doing spells. I always rebuke when I go there. Yeah. That's why I be trying to tell people. People like, oh, I don't have to worry. Oh, okay. Well, it be worried about you. It be worried about you. You don't have to worry about nobody standing outside your door with a pistol. That don't mean they not worried about you. So y'all wonder why I need to understand? Because it's always in my face. Moving on. Here we go. All jokes aside. Tell me that's not crazy. Told y'all. It ain't nowhere I can't go. They fan me. It is. Pretty much everywhere I go is one. Never, it don't ever, I don't say never, it don't ever fail. Pretty much everywhere I lived in my neighborhood is one that I have to end up interacting with. Or I don't believe in the devil. Oh, I believe in you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Trying to tell y'all. So, she was like, I have that book. I said, I know. Moving on. Here we go. It says, oh, all right. John the Baptizer appeared in the wild preaching a baptism of life change that leads to forgiveness and sins. People thronged to him from Judea and Jerusalem, and as they confessed their sins, were baptized by him in the Jordan River into a changed life. Now, minus the baptism, is that not what happened here? A lot of people sent y'all to me. Some of y'all had just got on social media right when I got on social media, and God sent y'all here. Other than the baptism, you've had the life-changing experience. You've heard and it ain't that you hadn't heard the word before. And I'm not saying this because of me. I'm saying it was time. Because the word had been going forth before John the Baptist came, had it not? Jesus got foretold way before John got here, did he not? The scriptures was already being written before Jesus ever even came. This is how the Pharisees and the Sadducees, hey, right? So it wasn't like it was new. It was just time. Again, it wasn't that it was new, because the Old Testament pseudepigrapha and the lost books are not new. They've been around. It was just time. You get it? It was just time. Throng, a multitude of assembled persons, a crowding together of many persons, a pressing increase of activity. We sure did throng here. Y'all sure did. And it was so many questions every day. I was like, listen, I can only answer one question at a time. Give me a second. I'll get back to you. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Look, right. Because people got tired of hearing the same thing with no what's the word I'm looking for? They was hearing it, but they wasn't seeing it. Should I say? I can't think of the word. I'm having a brain fart right now. Get over it. It was his timing. Yeah, exactly. It was time. Just like he kept telling me, for such a time as this, for such a time as this, for such a time as this. And I need to say, my husband said, you going to that hood class today? Sure is. Tell him it's not the hood class, it's the class in the wild. This is why we outside university prep for the saints, because if they ain't right, that power and authority they thought they had may not work. Ooh, if their lives ain't lining up with the standard of heaven, especially for the new threats. Come on. That will be released out there on earth is. It is a hood class. Y'all know that they were hearing the word, but had no real understanding of what they heard. We is a hood class. He called it. Yeah, it's all right. I like it. It's a little twang. We is the hood class. I said this is a hood school. He didn't call it wrong. I've been saying that since the beginning. I said this is the hood school. Is. You said I love this hood class. Me too. I love my hood class. Oh, you said Bougetto. This is. We outside with it, the school of books and stones. I'm trying to tell you, we out here. We is out here. But remember, I said don't be scared. Come on outside. Come out and come into the out. You hear that part, Jay Allen? You hear me? I said come into the out. See, they be saying come out and come in. I said come in, come out from the end. The best hood school I've ever been in. Come on. The best hood, that part is, because this is a thing, right? Well, let's just get to it. Y'all gonna see. You said that's my name. Here we go. Here we go. Look, we smart is. So it said people thrown to him from Job. We read that already. All right. John wore camel hair, a camel hair habit, tied at the waist with a leather belt. Which means he didn't dress like the North. I always be loving the hood. Yep, hood always been my place. The Lord had to keep me out the hood. I'm trying to tell you. Had to leave the building and touch grass. We on a permanent field trip with you, Miss Frizzle. Come on in. And yes. Yep, let's load on the bus, y'all. We got somewhere else to go. Come on, everybody in. And we getting to see damn throats and all kinds of stuff is. But think about this. Do we dress like church people over here? Did I dress like a normal minister would dress? Do I now? John didn't wear the clothes that the priest was wearing. He didn't wear the clothes that the church people said was acceptable. That's that holy fashion line with the insect appetizers. Listen. That part. We got bugs and stuff, chocolate covered bugs. I do be comfy. And you know what? What John the Baptist was, he was in his most natural state. Everybody else was wearing tunics. Nah. And them 60 sisters used to be going off about you in them crop tops. Did, girl. Did. How are you preaching the word of God and your stomach is out? Your shoulders are... Y'all remember that man that up until like a year ago, he was still coming in here saying, how can I listen to you with your shoulders out? I said, why you keep looking at him? Close your eyes and turn your phone over and use your ears. But since we talking about church clothes, how many of them people put them costumes on and that's all it is a costume? Yeah. Oh, yeah. They used to tell me how you teaching and don't cover your head up. Get out of my class. Why you can't remember? Because I said, is my shoulders turning you on? You turned on by my shoulders? Is that what you doing? Get out of here and leave me alone. Why is you interrupting my class? This. Okay. The IHS on the back of the Pope's clothing. Is that not a prime example of you can't be fooled by the clothing? I still have never heard a man that said, ooh, your elbows are sexy. This up in the church house cosplaying as disciples. Oh, I've never heard of a shoulder turning you on. Right, but evidently you did. Okay. So they would say, oh, look, he's dressed so holy. Look at the Pope. He's dressed so holy. Whole time he an adulterer and worship the devil. And don't let you shimmy your shoulders like you. You hear me, Mari? Listen. But think about it. John didn't come dressed like everybody else. The whole Catholic coven, this part, because they is, what's the names? Is. The internet just dragged B. Simone because she was praying in booty shorts. They better not ever get a hold to me then. I told y'all the story about me in the strip club having Bible studies, baby. In an outfit and some 7-inch heels. Quit playing with me. Who? I'm laying hands and not the ones they probably thought I should have been laying. I told y'all the first time I ever got fired from a club, the man fired me because I was having Bible studies in the back of his strip club, y'all. And it was only one young lady in there that knew about holiness. Everybody else was like, my mama didn't make me go to church. I never had to go to church. Okay, thank you. We had to wear hair coverings to my father's funeral. Baby, I already know. I had to wear hair coverings to school. Listen. For real. Yeah. So you think about this. I could have came in here, y'all know I know the church stuff. I know it well. But a lot of that is not reality. It's not. Because God has fired you because how dare you come in here to find the lost souls. Exactly. Yeah, but it was also God saving me because that night like 2 days later, my homegirl got shot because some niggas ran in there and robbed somebody and killed the people. So it worked out. It worked out, but that's why he was getting rid of me. Because when he would come back there, I got my Bible open, right next to my bag, and I would leave it there for people to, and they start asking me questions. Honey, well, tell me about this and tell me about that. Oh, Lord. Well, Jesus was dining with the outcasts and the Pharisees were judging, and they still judging. Exactly. Yeah. So they'll judge her for praying in booty shorts. I get it. Why they say it, I get it. But they pastor just beat somebody's wife back in right before he came in the pulpit, and they amened him all day long. Hello. But because you can't see what you think makes them look sinful, then you don't think they sinful. No? If that's the case, why is everybody all surprised about T.D. Jakes and Long and all of them? Why are they so surprised? We need your version of P Valley Moss. Frizzle, please write the script so we can get into production. That part. Listen. If I was I wish that God would let me run it. Even when I was a kid, I'm trying to tell you, I used to be in the traps. Okay. And the owner of the trap house used to just want me to be there because they realized that there was not as much chaos. I'm talking about I'm 11, 12, 13. You said put it right on EBT. Listen. Hey. And would. Might put it on Tubi. Hell. You know, like, I mean, for real, if I could tell it, because I literally did go from the church house to the streets. And I was just telling my daughter's boyfriend about this. I said, baby, I've been on my own since 11. Where can you work at 11? There's nowhere that you can work at 11. You can't get no job at 11 years old. I'm trying to tell you. I just saw a whole video about a Catholic priest who got a woman pregnant and then chopped her body up and put it in trash bags. This. And they abort a lot of babies too. I gotta go pee after this. But let me say this. Did y'all see they made it now a whole law on TikTok or whatever that you can't beg at all? Y'all seen it? It's the part of the terms and conditions. Hello? Y'all seen it? They are taking people out of the creator fund. They are telling you, yeah. Look, it's a part of the terms and conditions. Is. I said, oh. Now, when I was saying it, people was, never mind.
Apparently, there's lots of changes happening to TikTok, and these are the type of videos that will be allowed.
This new TikTok update might be something y'all want to pay attention to if you don't want your page banned. So if you've been living under a rock, TikTok has just released its new community guidelines. And here are a few things that could potentially get your page banned. Number one, TikTok is no longer paying for green screen. So if you have something in the background of what you're talking about, yeah, they're not going for that no more. Number two, this one's for the ladies. If you're on live and you are showing all your business, yeah, you get banned. Number three, no more begging for stuff. Telling people to watch your video all the way to the end so it can boost views, or if you're on live begging for gifts, no, they're not going for that no more. It's going to get you banned. Number four, watch what you say in the comments. So you need to watch your lingo now. So if you engage into a page and you say something like that's crazy or you're crazy, TikTok will ban you. Number five, TikTok is not playing with the plagiarism no more. So you can't take a creator's whole video and say everything word for word. TikTok is not playing that more. They will ban you. So be careful out there, guys. Make sure to hit that follow button for any more updates and comment below any questions that you may have.
Now, how many of you know that that's all the stuff that I used to be irritated about? Is that not everything I used to be irritated about? That I couldn't post my videos, but other people was making money off my videos? That people would come in my class begging, and I don't even have everything that they updated is the stuff I used to be fussing about. Literally. I said, oh. But when I was saying that in my class, people was acting like I was trying. No. This is Couth right here. You might not know nothing about it. I saw that. I said, 3 years later, ain't that something? I was trying to tell them that you can't say whatever you want. Quit stealing people's stuff, because everybody was in my class and they was stealing my stuff. But then I couldn't even post my own videos. Okay. Everything. Even my content. Before I could get out of class, they was making videos about my content like they didn't studied it. Then we talk about it. Come on. I said, ooh, that's all the stuff that I was seeing, and everybody was making it like I was mean and I was whatever, and now TikTok saying all the same stuff. I'll be right back. I saw that. I said, ooh. Well, sounds familiar. About 3 years too late, but it's There was one more thing that he didn't say too. They can take you out of the creator fund, or they can put a cap on how much money you can make. And I talked to y'all about that too, didn't I? I talked to y'all about that too. I said I don't want to get used to whatever. We just gonna do what our community do, and whatever we do, we will help with that. Because at any given time, they can take that money away. Now think about this: it's people that have built their whole lives on this certain money coming in, and that's why I said I'm not changing my life at all. I'm gonna keep on living where I'm living. God bless me with a little extra. I'll do what I do with it. But as far as changing the way that I live, I'm not doing that, because this can go away at any moment. And y'all kept thinking I was crazy, and now it's here. Because you can be making $40,000 a month, and they can say, okay, we're only going to let you make $20,000, and that's it. And they said if they ban your account, if you don't get with them within 30 days, you might not get the money. And if they've paid you and they banned you, you got to pay the money back. So just think, if you used to getting 20 grand a month off of TikTok, and then they ban your account. Yes, you got to pay it back. That's the other thing. They don't got to give it to you. Like if they ban your account, you got 40 grand in there, they don't got to give you nothing. And then if they have paid out and they ban your account, they want their money back from that month. That's the other thing. They just did Grit Baby like that. Took her money again, took her page, and they not letting her get her money. I told y'all Meta own them. I told y'all that. BlackRock owns them, but BlackRock owns Meta. Yep, they said if they ban you, you gotta pay that money back for that month that you got banned. That's the other part of the terms and conditions. In real life, when I saw all of it, I was like, ooh. Now, I was telling people this, and they was telling me, and that's why I never got in the creative fund. Now, I'm sad about it. They doing the same thing on Facebook because Meta owns TikTok. I told y'all. That's why we don't go over there too often. Told y'all. Do you believe me now? Meta owns TikTok. And that's why we go over there and play with them. But whatever, I showed y'all how much a month we was getting from TikTok. It wasn't even $20. Unless y'all sent gifts, we was not getting paid from TikTok this whole time. And what I mean by not getting paid, we wasn't making no thousands and thousands. Everything that came through our community came from our community. Everything that we have been able to do has come from the people in our community, not from TikTok. Not from YouTube either. I think the most we ever got from YouTube at one point in time was like $200, maybe $300 for like a 2-month period. Other than that, it's $16. No more than 20. No lie. And that's why I was trying to tell people when they come in here talking, what money? What money? This ain't what you think it is. I guarantee you that. And we've been living on the same principle for 3 years. Over 3 years now. But we don't have to change the way that we do anything because of the way that we started. And we kept consistent with that. So that's why, like I said, whether we're able to give a little bit or a lot every month, we give out of what we have every single month. Now, do I be a little salty at myself because we could have been maybe getting $40,000 a month to go to the community and we could have did a lot better? Yes. But I already saw how they was playing with people when once you say what they don't want you to say, and I was like, we ain't even going to start it. We're just going to keep on moving. Anyway, back to class. So there's that. I just thought that was all I said. Not that they took my rules of my classroom and made them rules for TikTok. You can't say whatever you want to say. You can't beg. You get blocked if you get to talking crazy. Every single thing that was the rules of our class are now the terms and conditions on TikTok. Seeing no money. What you say, huh? We got no money. Listen. But think about it. All of our class rules are now the rules for all the lives on TikTok. The ones that's on that shirt right there. Y'all don't think that's crazy? If you look at our Welcome to WOIU shirt, the rules of TikTok is the rules of our classroom. hmm Come in, be quiet, be respectful. Don't ask for no money. Don't try to tell nobody what to do. All of that. Watch your tone. Everything. Here we go. All right. It says, as he preached, he said, the real action comes next. Did y'all hear that from me? When y'all got over here, I said, I know you've been in church, but this is the real walk over here. Who remembers? I said, now come the action. We about that action over here, honey. Over here, we about that action. Now the real action starts. Now the real relationship with God and the real work starts. And I'm not saying, oh, it just started when you got over here. But when I ask you, do you want to learn to live a different way? The rules of WRU are the TikTok rules. But somehow TikTok stayed taking your page. Oh, okay. Right. Remember I told you people always act like my stuff is bad and then they steal it for themselves and use it? Even TikTok. Even TikTok did. And people were complaining about when they give gifts to people on TikTok, they were taking money from that. Now look what they doing. Exactly. I'm trying to tell y'all. It be real out here. I told y'all everywhere I work, I change company policy. You heard what I said. Every single place that I've ever worked, I have changed company policy. I don't care how big the corporation is. And I worked on TikTok for 3 years, and then when I quit working on TikTok, now they got my class rules. Interesting. Moving on. I try to tell y'all, that's what it is. It says, as he preached, he said, the real action comes next. The star in this drama, my dad, to whom I am a mere stagehand. I said, this is not my words. I am just the receiver. Will change your life. Did he change your life? Did he change your life? He did. You said absolutely, and I'm so grateful. Me too. You stronger? You more spiritually fit than you were? Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. It says, I'm baptizing you here in the river, turning your old life in for a kingdom life. How many of you turned your old life in for a kingdom life? You did? You did, Sarah? You did, Lolita? You did, Jamila? You did, Shinami? You did, Jay Allen? You did, Jay Jackson? Interesting. You did, Shaniqua? Stitch? You did as well. You did, Roz? And you did, Danielle. Interesting. I ain't perfect, but I'm better. We didn't ask for perfect. That's not what was said. You did. You traded in your old life for this new one. Remember in the beginning I said I don't want to go back to my old life. Y'all can have that if that's what you want. Then stay over there. I don't want that, because being a king's princess has been a better deal for me. I get treated better. He guards me. He has armed guards around me that don't allow a lot of things that would have got to me if I wasn't living a princess life. Princess can't go wherever she wants to because it's people that want to hurt her. It's people that want to defile her to get back at the king. So then I have to walk like a princess as well. I can't go nowhere unguarded. How many of us used to walk into situations unguarded? Because you trying to get away from the what you call it? Security detail. Trying to sneak out like that girl did in that movie. I just can't go back. Listen to the way it used to be, that part. I know I did. I'm going to put 2 hands up. I used to be trying to make decoys. Make them think I'm in the bed and I done slid out. Listen, I done had a jail transfer. I'm at the better one now. That part. Because we was all in prison. We was prisoners to sin. Now we prisoners of Christ. You said it, Nisi Poo. You said it. We was prisoners. But we was in a real bad. We was in a county. We wasn't in the feds. Baby, we was in the county, honey. Lord. Can't go outside. Nigga can't get no commissary hardly. Very few phone calls. It's crowded in here. It stink. And I can't go nowhere. But at least when we got to the feds, baby, we can cook us a steak. We can order what we want to. Got a little bit, we can have a TV in there. We ain't got to sit in a crowd. We got a TV in our room. We can got a little locker and stuff. You said got that holy transfer and did. We gonna be a prisoner either way. I had someone tell me you have offensive protection around you, and I'm literally surrounded by our books. Come on. We still prisoners. We still restricted, but it's restriction within limits. We's at Martha Stewart's cell now. That part is she cooking up the good vittles and stuff. They don't want to put no money on the books. Listen, Mari. Had us out here doing bad. We in here braiding hair so we can get some commissary and stuff. Cleaning the nigga cell and stuff so we can get some commissary. You know what I'm saying? Some of us had to do a little strange things for some change in order when we was in jail, huh? Hello, who is that? Who said that? Don't be telling nobody we had to trick while we was in jail. So we could get just our bare necessities. Had to go on and give up that good stuff. I'll give you some protection, but what you got for me? Making prison grilled cheese. Listen. T said, yeah, you know about it. Listen. Think about it. How many times did we sell ourselves short? You said reform dominatrix, Marmy! Listen. Making jailhouse, making spreads, okay? Listen. But think about this. How many times did we sell ourselves short for something that wasn't even worth it? And the fake protection that the devil offered us, it never protected us. You said way too many. Think about it. I never stepped foot in a prison until I worked on Mayor of Kingstown. Listen, I haven't ever been in a prison, but I know what it feels like to be in jail. And I talked to a lot of people that have been in jail. And I asked a million questions. Glad to be transferred. I got tired of eating noodles, that part. Now we can get some real food. Instead of slop on our plates. You hear me? It's a real thing. It's a real thing. You're going to be a prisoner somewhere. You can either do hard time or easy time. And doing time with Jesus is easy. Doing time with the devil, baby, that's that hard time. Ain't no luxuries, ain't no programs, ain't no nothing. You just in them. And it's dangerous. The guards ain't really watching, and they'll let somebody run up on you. You know what I mean? Because they all work together against you. I don't want no parts of it. God keeps me protected. He keep me in PC. It's lighter over here. We get to walk around freely because it ain't that many people over here. We got other, because not all PC is bad PC. These bars are for protection instead of confinement. Come on. That. And once you realize that, it changes your whole perception of why certain things didn't work out. Because the devil got his, what you call them? Trustees. They know everything. They know where all the blind spots are. They know where to tell the person to be standing that's trying to get you. And they're getting paid to have all the information. Tell me demons don't know all your business. And the moment that they can expose you to a dangerous situation, they do every single time. Demons are the trustees of this world. Who did he give the earth to? Whose dominion is this? Who has dominion here? The devil. Satan, right. Okay. Warden has all power. Trustees have limited power, but they still have power that the other inmates don't. They have the ability to go in places that the other inmates don't. They are privy to other information that the other inmates are not. Is it not? So the demons are the trustees of this planet. They've been studying for generations. They know the vulnerabilities of your whole bloodline. Okay, ain't that how a nigga be when he been in jail since he was 16? The OGs know all the prison rules. They gonna walk you through and give you the rundown if they mess with you like that. If not, you out here bad. If an old nigga don't come and swoop you under his wing, say, hey, little bro, let me tell you what's up. You could be getting poked up in just a few, and that could be a lot of different ways. Think about it. In real life. And you have to learn a way to live, a different way to live when you come from off the streets. They have their own rules. They have their own laws. They have their own everything. Even inside of the jail with their laws, there are even more laws that you have to follow that are given by the inmates, or it could cost you your life. Okay. All right. It says his baptism, a holy baptism by the Holy Spirit, will change you from the inside out. How many times have I told you not to wear something? As the leader of the school, how many times have I told you what you can or cannot wear? Or what we need to look like over here? When you go to church, they tell you how to dress, do they not? And most times, you start dressing like the people around you. They tell you where to go buy your clothes. Some of them tell you how you can wear your hair. Did it say it changed them from the outside in or the inside out? What is that? You said, yep, and then look at you sideways if you don't. It said it changed from the inside out. So why are churches always trying to change the outside before they change the inside? They trying to control a person by doing that. You said it, Paulina. No? Do you think that you changed from the inside out when you came to WOIU? So once you started to change your inside, there was stuff on the outside that just fell off. You felt uncomfortable when you put it on. You, have a good day. It's okay. You felt uncomfortable when you put it on. You felt uncomfortable when you got ready to buy it because God told you, that's a waste of money. Didn't nobody have to tell you? You hear me? You're welcome. Completely started dressing different. Didn't nobody have to tell you it just happened. When your inside changed, your outside reflected how the change was happening, did it not? Isabel. You said, yes, my mom told me I changed. Okay, clock it. Follow. No, it just doesn't feel right no more. Interesting. You respect yourself more. Look at my babies. Definitely, because you went in on a deeper level with God teachings, which had us which had us see the good and change. Listen, this is the thing. That's why I said, listen, I don't care about your orientation. I don't care about if you was a witch warlock. I don't care about none of that. Do you want to learn? I don't have to tell you to stop doing anything. The word is going to do what it's set out to do. It never comes back void. All I got to do is deliver it the way that God wants me to. Everything else is in his hands. I didn't help to tell you to stop giving your stuff away. You did that. You made that decision by what you read and you learned here. So when you learned it here, this part of you stopped reacting. Did it not? Did it not? Did I have to tell y'all stop fornicating? You said especially second Baruch. I said, ooh, be better. I'm going to dress better. Uh-oh. You said, I don't even just look at men in desire anymore. That part. I have a different mindset on lifestyle. Oh, Vicky, I'm proud of you. Coming over here taught me how to dress spiritually and take my worldly clothes off. That part, it made me lock it down even more. So I'm grateful that I did it prior to. Come on. Tony, we listen and understand, but we don't judge. We don't. Now, I ain't going to lie. Some of y'all stuff, I be like last night's conversation that I found out that all of y'all was just as crazy as me. I already knew though. I already knew. I knew it. Like this situation up here, I knew it. But I ain't gonna lie, like I was talking to y'all nephew. I said, baby, the WOIUers are crazy. Somebody took their boyfriend, husband, baby daddy, all his left shoes. I never would have thought of that. I never would have thought of that, but it was good. You hear me? You said you took all the left shoes. Where you going? You gonna walk right, or you gonna be looking real crazy walking wrong? Put on mismatched shoes now, and they both right feet, so we can look at you like we look at the little kids. Baby, I said, that was a good one. Now that's something. You just gonna take all the left shoes? Leave the boxes too. That is good. I said that was smart. I bet you'll not walk out here looking fresh for nobody else. I bet you don't. We is the hood class. Some of y'all real crazy. My mama cut the tongue out of all a man's shoe. Girl, have you walking around? I love her. That's my sister. Cause you about to be looking real crazy with no tongues and none of your shoes. Baby, listen. We was in our feelings when we did that stuff. We better now. Nobody itching or having loose bowels. That part. But think about it though. Even the fact that we can talk about where God has brought us from. How easily we used to crash out. When you think about it, you're not as strong as you think you are when you act out like that. Hello? And I'll admit it. I know I used to crash out. I'm trying to tell you. I'm a retired crash out. Me too. And that's why I just stay by myself, because people be wanting me to crash out for sure. I didn't even get a notification for last night. We wasn't on that long, 0 to 60 in the snap. I'm trying to tell you. You said true, just a little, but very true. Come on. Come on. Yeah. You can't tell me that you're not proud of the transitions that you have made and the transformations that God has allowed to happen in your life in the last 36 months, 24 months, however long you've been here. Excuse me. I was writing in my journal today about how grateful I am. You said you educated. Now that part, Auntie, it is. We educated on the rules of this here prison. Got my power back. That part. That part. You are not about to control me. Leave. Leave. That's what I need you to do. Get on out of here then. Please. Ooh, bitterness has no hold on me now since being here. Oh, 0 to 100, Auntie Judy. I have some not so proud moments. Girl, we all do. Oh, you knew when you adopted us in the spirit. Stop playing. I did. He only bring me crazy people. I always get the odd ones. So very rarely I get a normal person. I don't care what situation he's in. Work, church, I told y'all about the guy that my cousin introduced me to. I go to witness to the nigga and he tell me he didn't ate human brains before. Baby, why is this a thing? And God, you sure you wanted to bring him to my house? Me and my son is in here by herself. What do you be doing? That was his initiation into his gang. This is 1998. I've been dealing with crazies a long time. I tell my mama, baby daddy in her house that if she got to acting crazy with me, I put my hands on her. Oh, you touch your baby daddy's mama. Will. Yeah. And then he ended up getting saved and coming to church, and that was the one that the demons manifested, and he tried to attack our pastor about 3 months after he got saved, after he got filled with the Holy Ghost, but he was still battling trying to get those demons out from the thing. Listen, baby, that man was in my house. I had to barricade the door. He didn't try to do nothing to me, but I did yeah, it was scary, and I was only 18. So when I tell you I've been dealing with the crazies forever, he always brings the ones, not the twos or the threes, the ones. Like, you did what? You tied a nigga up and threw it? Oh, Jesus. And I'm just in here by myself. I'm just in here by myself. The ones. In real life. In real life. In real life. And I was thinking to my cousin, no, it wasn't my cousin, it was my homegirl. Pops collar and walks to the seat. Listen. You said it's crazy. Moving on. We're going. Have a seat. So, yeah. Listen. But okay. To those of you that did get a chance to go watch that movie last night, do you understand why it is so important to ask God to give you spiritual sight? Because mentally ill people will have you running around looking crazy. Right along with them. No? They keep you in that cycle. She kept her kids in that cycle to where they thought they was the only ones left. You said, I'm delivered. Me too. But do you hear me? It's called Never Let Go with Holly Berry and the two boys. And once that spirit can get you to believing in it, boom. Now it's on you. And it's tormenting you. It's not only tormenting them, it's tormenting you as well. Because those spirits, at first, they was just tormenting mom. But by them tormenting mom tormented the kids, did she not? This is why the devil always starts with the heads. Remember we had this class about you being the strong man? As a parent, women and men is bringing all these different people around their kids. The spirit can't get in unless you let them in. And then once they get in, once you see who they are, you're supposed to get them out. Y'all remember? That creature was going up the tree. I thought it was something interesting. Here we go. Let's get to it. It says, at this time, Jesus came from Nazareth in Galilee and was baptized by John in the Jordan. The moment he came out of the water, he saw the sky split open and God's Spirit, looking like a dove, come down on him. Along with the Spirit, a voice, "You are my son, chosen and marked by my love and the pride of my life." Now, who else saw that? Did it say they saw or did it say he saw? What did it say? Did it say they saw or he saw? He. They was baptizing. It was other people there. So again, we have another scenario where there's all these people around. Come on. But everybody didn't see the same thing. Did we read about that in Bartholomew? Did we read about that in different parts of Ezra and Isaiah and the other apocalypses? That there was all of these people around, but not everybody saw the same thing. Sometimes it was only one person that saw what was actually going on. My question to you is, are you willing to be called crazy so you can be the one person that actually sees what everyone else doesn't? How many of you can see the end of the world happening and most of your family and friends that go to church can't? How many of you can see the famine coming, so you are stocking, but those same family members that you have are preparing for vacations? How many of you see the natural disasters getting close to us? And so you said absolutely. So would you be the one in your family that has the spiritual eyes to see what everybody else don't, even though it's all these people around you that's sitting right around the Savior, but they still can't see what you see? Do you feel like that? That's what I did as far as my girls. Now they have a peace of mind because of their boyfriends and their friends that were interesting. It is frustrating. Oh, not rolling y'all eyes. Yes. Okay, we gonna move on. Uh-oh, I didn't hit a nerve. Look, Auntie Judy rolling her eyes. Isabel talking about it's frustrating. Okay, we gonna move on. Even my friend group isn't taking me seriously. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's okay. Y'all like John the Baptist. As I told y'all, here we go. Y'all seeing stuff other people don't see, even though they right around looking at the same news. Here we go. It says, at once the same spirit pushed Jesus out into the wild. So the spirit that brought John in the city pushed Jesus out into the wild. You said the veggies almost grown now. You hear me? The same spirit that drove John into the city is the same spirit that drove Jesus to the wilderness. Who had already been in the wilderness? John, out there by himself praying. We don't know if Jesus went to all the same places that John had to go first. Maybe he made a little bench out of rocks. Maybe he found a spring that even though Jesus already knew, we know he already knew. But he said that John paved the way for him, didn't he? To go out and do whatever he did. So as soon as God brought John out of the wilderness, he sent Jesus into the wilderness. That's interesting. So maybe the nomad people that were out in the wilderness, they had heard John already, and they heard Jesus was coming, and then he went. To the distant places, to the remote places that most people didn't even know it was no people living over there. Hey, just me. You hear me? Because as soon as John came in the city, Jesus had to go out. John prepared their hearts and their minds, got them ready to hear, pruned the vegetation back so Jesus could walk on through there. You hear me? Interesting. It says, for 40 wilderness days and nights, he was tested by Satan. Wild animals were his companions, and angels took care of him. And after John was arrested, Jesus went to Galilee preaching the message of God. Time's up. God's kingdom is here. Change your life and believe the message. Sound familiar? We running out of time. You better hurry up and change your life, because God's kingdom is here. He's This ain't a game no more. It's real. He said, I believe, I believe, I believe. Hey, well, watch right now. Sing, I believe. Listen. Here we go. We almost done. All right. It says, passing along the beach of Lake Galilee, he saw Simon and his brother Andrew net fishing. Fishing was their regular work. Jesus said to them, come with me. I will make a new kind of fisherman out of you. How many of you look at your job differently when you go to work? Now you look at your job at different times as an opportunity to witness to people, instead of being the whatever you was prior to that. Now when you go to work, you have a different job when you're at work. You might be the person that keeps down the trouble when you used to be the person that kept the trouble. Hello? Now when you go out, you use your clothing and how whatever it is that your gift is to bring people to Christ, and not you. Yes or no? Hello? Are you trying to draw people to you now? Thank you. Or are you trying to draw people to Christ? What you doing? Before you was drawing them to you. Now, if you sit down and talk with somebody, it don't have anything to do with you. You want to talk to them for a whole different reason. Yeah or no? When you used to put certain clothes on, when you used to dress up a certain way, when you used to go to specific places, it was to catch a fish. Say it wasn't. I know mine was. I read the poem to y'all. Matter of fact, we put it on the book. Shall I remind you? Y'all got the journal at home. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Because, see, I had to clean it up for y'all. But shall we remember? Shall we? When did I? Okay. Wait a minute. Now, you know you need your glasses, girl. Hold on. Uh-oh, there it go. And it's still little. Ain't that some crap? When did I think it was okay to trade in my skirts for tight jeans? When did I think it was okay to trade in my late night prayers for late night schemes? Who said it was okay to paint my face and entice men who see my body and think of sin? To trade in conventions for new concerts and new niggas for new converts? When did it become okay to laugh at dirty jokes instead of asking God to break the yokes? When did it become okay? When did I think it was okay to go to the club looking for new prey instead of asking God to make a way? Please, God, tell me, when did I think it was okay to just throw my soul away? We was on the hunt for something. We had our nets out to catch us something. Whether it was a trick, a new boo, a new whatever it was, you had your net out. And your net was your clothes. Your net was your speech. Your net was the people you hung out with. Whatever product you had to offer, bait. You baited people to bait them to you. Now you bait people to bait them to Christ. It is a different thing. You still a fisherman of people. You just fishing so that you can take them to the master and not enjoy them yourself. Hello. Y'all want to talk about that? It's real quiet. That's fine. I'm gonna move on. Hello. Why do y'all feel so quiet? Y'all thinking? Is you thinking? Listen. Okay, I'm just asking. I don't know if y'all over here thinking of what my nephew. You look. I know I used to be on this game. Moving on. You said yes. Mind watching old reels in the mind. Ooh, baby. I'm sorry at work, but I didn't want to miss class. Oh, you fine. I literally had a customer ask, "How do I find Jesus?" I looked around like that. Are you testing me? Mm-hmm. Yep. They sure was. Now, here we go. Directly. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. We're moving on. All right. Passing along the beach of Lake Galilee, he saw Simon and his brother Andrew net fishing. Fishing was their regular work, and Jesus said to them, "Come with me. I'll make a new kind of fisherman out of you. I'll show you how to catch men and women instead of perch and bass." They didn't ask questions. They dropped their nets and followed. A dozen yards or so down the beach, he saw the brothers James and John, Zebedee's sons. They were in the boat, mending their fish nets. Right off, he made the same offer. Immediately, they left their father Zebedee, the boat, and the hired hands, and followed. Then they entered Capernaum. When the Sabbath arrived, Jesus lost no time in getting to the meeting place. He spent the day there teaching. They were surprised at his teaching, so forthright, so confident, not quibbling and quoting like the religion scholars. Because you ain't going to be using them. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Did y'all hear that? Can we go back over that part right there? Then they entered Capernaum when the Sabbath arrived. Jesus lost no time in getting to the meeting place. He spent the day there teaching. They were surprised at his teaching, so forthright, so confident, not quibbling and quoting like religious scholars. Sound familiar? Hello? He didn't talk like normal pastors talk. Evidently, he had to be doing something different because it say right here in the word he did. There was a lot of people that didn't take the word from me because I didn't sound like a pastor, like a script. Is it not? A lot of people walked away from our class. You said, didn't he curse the city? It was some cities, 3 of them that he did. But think about it. It said he didn't sound like the religious leaders of that day. What does that mean? What does that mean? He was teaching the word, but he didn't sound like all of the other religious leaders. There was people here that left because I didn't sound like the religious. Because praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord. Can we give God a hand clap? We are here on this good evening. The Lord has been good to us. Praise the Lord, saints. Yes. How y'all doing this evening? God allowed us to get here. Ooh, we thank him and we praise him. The barriers of tradition and practice didn't apply to him. Come on. Hallelujah. Can I get a hand clap? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to do better than that. Give God some glory. Give God some praise. Oh! We're going to call us a new minister today, y'all. God is going to allow them to bring the word. And I said, do you want to learn about the Bible? Do you want to learn these juicy stories, honey? Because it's the tea. I think most pastors go through religious training on how to speak and continue the same ways. They do. Of course they do. Of course. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that. But if I can go to every single church and it all sounds the same, all their religion and rules is the same, where's the freedom? Where's the new thing? You said if it doesn't land, change the method. This, auntie. Because when I first started teaching, when I was younger, I had it, I know. But people wouldn't hear until I started talking like I talk right now. And I ain't talking about the cussing part. I'm just talking about when the stories that I taught, they're not stories nobody ever heard before. It's just the way that we taught them. Plenty of people had heard Judges 19 before they came over here. Plenty of people had read and had it preached to them 20 times. But the way that God had us deliver it made people look at it differently. Did it not? Whether it be the angels, Mary. Do you see what I'm saying? What good is it me telling you the word and you don't understand it? Now we got to put it in terms, and that's what Jesus did. He put it in terms everybody could understand. Some new pastors seem to be stepping out of the box nowadays and getting canceled by people. Well, that's because they worried about what people got to say. You can't cancel me because you didn't put me here. Even if I leave this podium, he gonna have another one for me. I was on another platform before I came over here. Then I got to TikTok. Now I'm not even really on TikTok. I don't really teach on TikTok. We teach in the last 4 months. We probably been on TikTok less than 5 times, maybe 6. Has that stopped anything I'm doing because I'm not on that platform no more? People kept trying. Hell, TikTok was trying to cancel me. I ain't stopped nothing. We just keep finding another route to take, do we not? Can't nobody cancel me that didn't give me my assignment. You didn't give me my assignment, so how can you cancel it? That just means it's time for me to move on to another place. If this group don't accept me exactly what Jesus and his disciples went to, that means you need to get on the boat and go somewhere else to where people gonna receive it. They can only preach so much in certain places, and God moved them somewhere else. You can't cancel me if you didn't give me my assignment, babe. You didn't give me my orders, so how you gonna tell me that the orders ain't gone? Again, people try to tell me God is not gonna use you. He didn't call you. Da 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 da. And every time I turn around, he puts situations like this in my face. Challenge! You hear me? Y'all ever seen what is it? What's the black kung fu movie? I can't think of the dragon, the red. What is it called? With what's this shown up and all of them? Challenge. That's how I be looking at it. I can't think of it. The last dragon. That. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. That part. It was this. The 3-letter agencies were monitoring their class and glitching a lot. Right. Bruce Leroy. That's about where I'm at. You ain't never seen a black samurai before. Listen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That. Mm-hmm. That's how I be looking at folks. Like, oh, okay. That mean I just got another challenge somewhere else. But let's go. Suddenly, while still in the meeting place, he was interrupted by a man who was deeply disturbed and yelling out, "What business do you have here with us, Jesus Nazarene?" Can I ask y'all a question? Is that not what used to be happening in our classes? If we were in a physical church or meeting place, the people that used to come and interrupt our classes on YouTube and TikTok, would they not be the equivalent to this right here? Hello? We would be in class good. And somebody come in and talk about, who do you think you are trying to teach a class? Well, evidently the teacher. I mean, do you not? Well, who are you to tell us anything? And da-da-da-da-da-da. Excuse me, demon. I need you to leave. And on Zoom. Yeah. Jesus got to the meeting place early because he wanted to teach as long as he could. And as soon as he got there and got good in teaching, it was somebody that came up in the crowd trying to start some problems. Interesting. I know what you're up to. You're the Holy One of God, and you've come to destroy us. What did it say in 25 and 26? Jesus shut him up. Y'all needs calling me. I'll call her back in a minute. Okay. Hello? So when I used to tell people, can you please be quiet and get out of my class? Go away. Did Jesus let the demon keep talking? Did Jesus let the person that was interrupting people's learning, keep talking? Did he? It was cut and dry. Get out of here. Shut up. Be quiet. He stopped it. You just being a distraction. You don't really want nothing. Get on out of here. He didn't let them keep going by. Blocked. Blocked. We're not having that. Blocked. Okay. It says, Jesus shut him up. Quiet. Get out of him. The afflicting spirit threw the man into spasms, protesting loudly, and got out. Everyone there was spellbound, buzzing with curiosity. What's going on here? A new teaching that does what it says? Hello? A new teaching that actually produces what it said it's going to produce. Hello? I got a question. CERCA might not teach the way that other people teach, but the OTP and the way that we've been able to study, did it produce what it said it was? Like, did it actually do what it came to do? It might not have been what you all were used to, but did it work? Is it real? Oh, hello. Hi, nephew. He said, Auntie keeps saying hello. I said hello already. I already said it, Auntie. Don't say that to me no more. Sorry, nephew. He like, hello. Too funny. He said, now how many damn times she gonna say hello now? I done said hello every time she said hello. Hi. You hear me? But think about that. I said, y'all know y'all don't believe me, but if you try it this way, it's gonna work. And there were people that came in here and told y'all, don't listen to her. She is not telling you the truth. This is false teaching. This is this. I said, do you want results or not? And God baited y'all with the $5 challenge, did he not? Just for your finances. Did he? I didn't say send your money to me. I said go give away $5 and you're gonna watch God work. And it don't always gotta be finances. Then when people say, well, what about money? And I said, well, give up their time and see if he don't stretch yours. He gonna multiply whatever you give. So if you give hell, you gonna get hell multiplied back to you. If you give drama, you gonna get it. If you give slick comments, make sure you're okay taking them, because you're gonna get a bucket full. Now, am I teaching anything differently than the preachers taught before you, before me? No. Nope. Still teaching out of the same Bible, still teaching the same Bible stories. But it worked. You got to see a benefit in stepping outside of the religious talk and the ways, religious traditions. And when you really started to live it you got the, come on, Mari. You got what you was looking for, which is peace, understanding, and all of those different things. Here we go. It says, he shuts up defiling and demonic spirits and tells them to get lost. Do. Leave. News of this traveled fast and was soon all over Galilee, all over the internet, Beyonce's internet. Directly on leaving the meeting place, they came to Simon and Andrew's house, accompanied by James and John. Simon's mother-in-law was sick in bed, burning up with fever, and they told Jesus. He went to her, took her hand, and raised her up. No sooner had the fever left than she was up fixing dinner for him. That's what I'm talking about. Heal me so you can make me some food. Let me heal you so you can fry me some chicken and make me some jambalaya rice. You said you need me to lay hands on you. Y'all be talking about why it's always some food around here too. Hello. Jesus knew she could cook when he got in the house. He said, oh, wait a minute. Oh, girl. Oh, let me go back here. Hold on, y'all. Come on, baby. We need some food. Can you make us some dinner? I'm going to call heaven down if you can get in that kitchen. I need you to be well, because who going to cook? Now, I'm going to give him spiritual food, but Mama, you got to get in there and get the whipping, make me some flatbread and pop it up in that thing and put it out with that little thing and put me some bread and herbs on it, some butter, some olive oil, a little something. He said, Mama, can you get up? Because we need you to cook. You feeling better? Okay. Food. Food right here. He said, get on up. And before you knew it, she was in there cooking. Sound like my type of girl. Come on in. That evening, after the sun was down, they brought sick and evil afflicted people to him. While I run to the restroom again, I just made cheeseburger soup. Speaking of food, this. Can you tell me what evil afflicted people are? How can you be evil and afflicted? Tell me the definition, please. What y'all got? There are so many now roaming around that are evil and afflicted. The demon possessed are increasing by the day. Yep. What did y'all get for the definition though? Chronic and unexplained illnesses, persistent sickness, pain, or fatigue that doesn't respond to conventional medical treatment or has no clear explanation might be interpreted as demonic. Interesting. So that means that the people that they were bringing to Jesus were only sick because they were what? It's another word I'm looking for. Starts with a P. Demon possessed. It's the only reason they were sick. Do you remember me talking to y'all about spiritual sickness? A lot of times when a person was sick, Jesus did one of two things, or three. He told them, you are forgiven, right? And they were healed. So what does that mean? If they were sick and God told them they were forgiven and instantly they were healed, what demon was causing them to be sick? How do you know if you're possessed? Something you can't stop doing. And after you do it, you feel horrible about it. Right. But if Jesus told a person, your sins be unforgiveness, you can't get forgiveness unless you what? Hello? Sorry, nephew. Sorry. Unless you forgive. So that person was sick because they had unforgiveness in their heart and God forgave them and then they was well. How many times have God told us that forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for you? Look, she did it again. I'm gonna get my TT. She tripping. So do we know unforgiveness is what kept that person sick? But after they were forgiven, the sickness left. The demon that was keeping them sick could not stay, so the sickness had to leave. My mom holds on grudges, and she always sick. I'm whispering like she can hear me. Always running back and forth to the doctor. Every other week, she at the doctor. Every other week, she got a bacteria. It's a bug. I don't know what this is. And she don't smoke or drink or nothing. I said, that's why I don't go to the doctor like that, because they gonna keep you sick. Moving on. All right. My mom had so much to forgive. She died of cancer because it eats you from the inside out, just like spirits do. Demons eat you from the inside out too. Now look, there were some people, in order for them to be healed, he did not tell them your sins be forgiven. He told the demon to come out. He didn't tell this man, your sins are forgiven. What did he told him? Shut up and come out of him. That's different from your sins be forgiven thee. Right? Right? One person, in order to get the demon to leave, he said, you're forgiven. The other person, he said, shut up and get out of him. So that's two different ways that demonic healing happened. He knew the demon was in control. Right. Using his voice. I got healed once I truly forgave my mother, and I'm no longer taking any meds or chemo since I've been here. Come on, Trina! Did you hear that? So you identify with this 100%. Because the demon that wouldn't allow you to forgive was eating you as the food source from the inside out. Look at God. Thank God. God, baby, I ain't got no power to do nothing unless he give it to me. That's our dad. But baby, you had to be the one to open up to forgiveness so that you could evict the devil. Look, come on in. All right. Woo. It said, the whole city lined up at his door. The whole city? He cured their sick bodies and tormented spirits. He cured their sick bodies and tormented spirits. Because the demons knew his true identity. He didn't let them say a word. Get out of my class. Don't come in here with that. You can't talk like that in here. You need to leave. Because people are impressionable. Don't come in here with that. Bye. I'm trying to be nice to you. If you want to learn, you can stay, but you need to be quiet. If you type anything else, I'm blocking you, and you're not allowed in our class. And what would they do? Just like a menacing spirit, they would come right back, would they not? And keep trying to keep us from learning. Did it not happen every day, pretty much? If they couldn't do that, they'll try to get us blocked, so we couldn't learn. So the same spirits that was around when Jesus and them was trying to teach are still here now. They would try to get me so irritated. And I just had this, I said, we gonna do what? We're going to ignore them. If we ignore them, they will go away. They will be quiet. They will leave. And most times, if we ignored them long enough and didn't give those demons any energy, they went and found somewhere else, or they became students. One or the other. They went away or they became students. Period. On a regular did. All right. It says, while it was still night, way before dawn, he got up and went out to a secluded spot and prayed. Simon and those with him went looking for him. They found him and said, everybody is looking for you, and that's why I'm hiding. That's why I'm out here where I'm at. Jesus said, let's go to the rest of the villages so I can preach there also. Wait a minute. So folks is looking for you so they can hear the word. And he said, I ain't going back over there. I'm going to go over here. I'm just like my daddy. I don't want to go back over there and preach to them. I already did. I want to go talk to some new people. Hello. I already preached over there. I already taught over there. They didn't want it. So I'm just moving around. I loved it when you say, sit down and learn. Either be quiet or get out or learn something. I'm trying to tell you. All right. He said, this is why I've come. He went to their meeting places all through Galilee, preaching and throwing out demons. He went to the churches and the meeting places to teach and get rid of the demons. Because as long as the demons was in the midst, the people wasn't going to hear, or the demons was going to keep them in pain or keep their minds so frazzled that guess what? They couldn't even hear. Might have been whispering in their ear while God was trying to talk. So in order for change to happen, first you need to be taught, and then the demons have to be expelled or silenced. Hello? How many of you, since you came over here and you started learning and God started teaching you his way, not man's way, that certain demons have had to leave? Certain evil mimicking spirits, the spirits that kept you irritated and kept you angry and kept you not at peace, they have gone away. But you had to get some teaching first. Thank you, Dad. I'm trying to tell you. My ear is ringing. So that's all I got for y'all. Y'all can read the rest of it. It ain't that much. Okay. Demons don't want to hear word. See, what y'all don't know is when y'all was sitting up in them classes with me for 4 and 5 to 13 hours a day, the demons didn't want to hear that. And then when you came back the next day, they didn't want to hear it that day either. And when you came back the next day, they didn't want to hear it. So you know what they did? They got up and left. They went somewhere else. Not saying they didn't come back to try to see if you was going to let them back in. But again, when Jesus came, they did not want to hear what Jesus had to say. So every day that you signed back up to come to class and learn something else, it wasn't no space for them. You filled yourself up with words, so you evicted them out. It ain't saying everybody gone because they know how to hide. But for the most part, the more that you studied and looked up definitions and start asking questions, they had to go. When you started asking God instead of going on your own thought, they didn't, because they were intercepting your, we gonna just use this as an example. You would ask for a question or whatever, and they would intercept that message and mess it up, scramble it. You said it was a rough 3 years, but it was worth it. Girl, you telling me. Ooh. I told you at one moment I was like, the hell with this. I could be doing better stuff with my God than arguing and getting stuff thrown at me. I done been stoned so many times, and I ain't talking about the kind I like. I'm talking about the other kind that hurt. So what's the process, Vashti? The process is the more and the closer that you draw to God and the more you break down his word, the demons that play tricks in your mind can't stay there. Because you're basically building your library of things that will counteract what they do. When people ask, have you ever been stoned? Yeah, but did you have to get hit with a brick? You said sorry for the buildings I threw at you. Right, Auntie, because I didn't get one brick. I got whole buildings. You said, I'm so glad you're a hard body, Auntie. This part. I've noticed that when I miss class, my days was, when you missed class, your day was irritated. Listen, you was irritated. Listen, you can get stones, and not the happy kind, the other kind, but you don't got to get hit with a stone. You can get hit with a shoe, a cord. Y'all be acting like the Hulk. Look, this how y'all was throwing stuff at me. Listen, I gotta crawl out from under the car and say, okay, John 3:16, please. Hold on, I'm a little dizzy. Just wait a minute. I'm gonna get up. No, I'm gonna get back up. You just give me a moment. All right, I'm back. you know, and then I just picked it up and I threw it out. Yep, that's how y'all used to be throwing stuff at me. I had to dodge. Just thank God for joy. WWE off the ropes, off the ropes. Figure four me, DDT me, and everything. And y'all was tag teaming each other. Get her. Boom, I just left out. You got it, bet. I got it. My daddy had to ring the bell. Because y'all didn't know when to give up. You said, okay, yes, sir. Listen. Right. Sticks and stones did not break my bones. They didn't. Yep, Wolverine up in this piece. I got an adamantium in me. This community taught me how to heal the right way and understood what was going on. Come on. So many trials and buildings thrown at me from my ex-husband since 2019. When my father passed, I made it through. Thank you. Thank you. Our dad, girl, I can't help nobody get through nothing. I don't have no power unless he give it to me. You all did the work. Because I didn't have to live y'all lives. You had to deal with every backlash. Some of y'all lost y'all spouses and everything. For real. Some of y'all lost jobs. You had to move. Some of y'all was doing good. Then you was homeless. Y'all had to deal with whatever backlash you had to deal with for changing your life. And I understand. I do. But guess what? God, through you listening, the wisdom helps so much. Listen, and this is why I say I want what we have here to be a productive place. If I don't see growth, why am I doing it? That's insanity. I was insane in a lot of ways when I was dealing with my family because I would keep trying to give it to them and they wasn't taking it. It's like trying to put medicine down a baby mouth and then they spit it all out on the sides. You put it down in a thing and you think they just swallow it, blow in their face, and they get you and they still spit it out. So now you don't even know how much medicine they didn't took in and you're scared to give them some more because you don't want to over-medicate them. And they can hide it until you didn't, and you think they didn't swallow it and they'll spit it right back up. Gag theyself so it don't got to go down. They ain't never get you locked up. You hear me? Some babies just gonna go and take the medicine. I know it's sassy. I don't want it. I'll give you some candy. Okay. They waiting on something after the medicine. I'm gonna take it, but I want something afterwards. Y'all took the medicine, but you were my baby 16 and don't want to hear nothing. Oh yeah, that's the age though. You just pray for them when they get to that age and ask God to show you what to do. Don't try to control them because that's gonna push them further in the streets. True. So I'm gonna let y'all go. We've been on here 3 hours. I'm gonna call y'all niece back, and then we'll probably get together a little bit later. I don't know. I don't know how these days is going because I be working outside. But Auntie sent me a box, and I knew last night it was something else, but it was under another box. It was under our box of the stuff we brought back from the giveaway. So Auntie Sandra, I did get this box yesterday, but I kept saying it's something else. It was this. Do y'all know I have not had a cup of Folgers since I told y'all I ran out? And I literally just told God today, I am tired of drinking this Maxwell House. but I'm not going to waste any money because I haven't. I've been sluggish because Maxwell House, I ain't knocking it. If it do it for you, it do. That's so crazy. Listen to me. Oh my God. I'm calling my cousin and telling her. Just so y'all know, I ain't never made it through no Maxwell House, baby. Not ever. I just told God, I said, I don't want to drink this, but I'm not going to buy none because I'm not going to waste the money and this and that. Went to the store when I went to go get them people stuff and meant to get me some coffee. No. Look, I have not ever drank this much Maxwell House ever in my life. Ever. Baby, I will put this under the counter, honey. I do not like Maxwell House. This is how much I said, God, I'm not going to waste. I'm not gonna. I went from Baby Boy and Friday to the Passion of Christ. Got it. I don't like Maxwell House. Look at this, y'all. And it's the kind I use. I'm about to make me a cup right now. And it's the. I'm sorry, girl. I have this. Ooh, baby. That's it right there. Because this don't smell like this. Oh. Ooh, it's been so long. Oh, I'm about to make me a cup right now. He did it. He did it for me. I just told God, I said, I'm going to get through this, then I'll buy me some. He said, well, that's the box you forgot yet. And I just opened it right now. Because the other box from yesterday was on top of that box. And I knew it was something. That's why I kept saying something else. This, but I wasn't supposed to see it till today. Because this, it don't smell like that. It don't taste like that. It don't get me up and moving like that. Hey, y'all, this is the Krenak of coffees. Right here. For me. This is the Krenak of coffees. Right here. This. Because, baby, I'll take something else. But if you ask me, you can keep what you call it, Starbucks, all of that extra, baby. This right here. This right here. This is it. Thank you, Auntie. Woo. Baby, listen. It's probably why I've been having headaches, because that ain't right. Bye, y'all. I got something to do. I got to go drink my coffee. Thank you, Auntie. Won't he do it? He did. Because I was like, it leaves a weird taste in my mouth, too. And it don't taste like my coffee. And I've been drinking Folgers since 2009. You said bake a chocolate cake with the Max coffee. Okay. Or I'll save it for when they get to talk about these shells is empty. But it's definitely not about to be in my cup. Folgers. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. And it ain't been none in my house for a minute. Great example of when we sit through the suffer, he rewards us after. Yes, nephew. Oh, because never in a million years would I be thinking this is what was in this box. I'll never know what to expect from y'all. But this morning, I was like, I don't want to drink this, but I'm gonna drink it, Dad. I'm not gonna waste no money and go, and I already got it, so I'm gonna do it. He said, you already got something, you don't even know it. I'm so excited. Thank you, Auntie. Oh, you said it's the Folgers for you, but the Bustelo for me. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, and that's the Krenak for real. That is Krenak for real. In real life, baby, that be having my heart beat fast. Ooh, listen, I got some. Y'all sent me some. Oh, yeah. But I can't tell. How do y'all drink? Y'all must drink a little bit. Ain't no way y'all drink the cups I be drinking. Because, baby, I didn't know that it was like espresso. And baby made a regular cup. You like Cafe de Hola? Okay, I don't know if I had that one because you sent me Bustelo, didn't you? Bustelo? That cafe had you on 110. Mm-hmm. If you need to get up and do something, just make you a little bit of it. Baby, you'll be moving around the house for the rest of the day. You better hope you can go to sleep. It's gonna have you moving. I told y'all my Puerto Rican and Cuban neighbors made me some. Baby, I must have wiped every wall down, got the cracks and crevices of the thing that couldn't even go to sleep. Oh no, they playing. Yeah, they been playing. The government been over here. My mom likes the Colombian only, and I got upset. I got her that one and I do Colombian too now. Colombian, pretty much any Folgers, I'm gonna take it. Now Colombian be making my stomach rumble and make me have to do the potty dance sometimes. I got this, I will drink it though. I like if I go to a gas station and get coffee, I'm always gonna get Colombian. Always. Yeah, me too. I'm real excited. I gotta go, y'all. I'm about to go make me some coffee. I'll see y'all later. It smells so good. I feel like I can feel the tingling all over. Like my body is so ready. So it's like when you ain't had no green in a long time. So I'm gonna have to make me a thin cup. I ain't gonna be able to do nothing like. Yeah. Yeah, I need to go. Thank you. Listen, because I'm about to go. I'm about to do it now. I'm going to have to ease myself back into it because this right here ain't it. But I've been grateful. I've been thugging it out every day. I like Pilot coffee, Javelia. I like Javelia for the way it smells. And I used to have me a nice Javelia coffee pot until somebody kid broke it. That's when they used to give you the free stainless steel coffee pot, and then you had to just buy two things of coffee. I love y'all too. Thank you. Thank you, nephew. Thank you, everybody. Medium roast is as far as I can go. Dark makes me jittery. Well, don't do it. Don't do it then. Yeah, don't do it. Stay with what you can do. Your body adjusts to it. Now, you can sometimes take like a half, depending on if you make a whole pot or what, and you can mix it. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all know what I used to do? And it's real good. I don't know if you know, but Aldi's has a vanilla coffee that tastes like Javelia. Did y'all know? And it come in a bag, and it's got the squeezy thing so you can smell it. So when I first started drinking coffee, because I just didn't like the regular taste of coffee, even though I used flavored creamer because I wanted my house to smell good. It's just like I don't know what the brand is, but Auntie, thank you. You was in here. Thank you. So I used to mix the vanilla. It's just the vanilla bag kind. I don't know what it's called anymore. But they have vanilla and they have another one. Baby, mix that in with whatever coffee you already have. Like I would take out half of this and pour in like a half of the back. Baby, have your house smell. My kids now just go buy the coffee when they don't drink coffee. They make it because it makes your house smell like straight vanilla. So the Aldi's brand vanilla coffee in the bag. If you mix it, you can even mix in just a little bit. Like if you pour out this much of your coffee and put the rest of it in there and shake it up real good, baby, it smells so good. You hear me? It smells so good. Like in every cup, it's just, I haven't done it in a long time. But when I first started drinking coffee, I did that, yes. So take you some, if you like that smell of coffee and, the aroma, but you like the vanilla, baby, that's what I used to wake my kids up. And they still talk about it to this day. Matter of fact, one of them just talked about it the other day. They knew when they smelled that to get up. Okay, go ahead and drink some so we can have another glass. Hilarious. Smile as soon as you take. I am. I'm about to. Yeah, I'm about to. I get to pull out my carafe because this is real coffee. So I haven't used my coffee carafe yet for my coffee pot. I've just been using, because it's like the 1 cup where it comes with the carafe. So I'm going to use it for the first time today. So I love y'all. Thank you, Auntie. Look at my toes and stuff like this. I see y'all. Bye. I ain't never had the French vanilla Folgers, but that's a way to make it. I guess I was making it, but I don't know. I might have to try the French vanilla. I ain't never had the French vanilla Folgers. Okay, so I've been sending out instant coffee in the boxes. I've been sending out for emergency use. It's up there, and put it up too. It's on the shelf. Yes, and every single instant coffee you just send me is put up in my buckets. Cause when times get, you gotta think about it. If God forbid, if there's no power and stuff like that, or you gotta stay up all night, a strong cup of coffee, a hot cup of coffee, gonna keep you warm and keep you up. So, was it no? It rained the next day. It rained. It was hot the day I went down there. I was a sweaty fool. Freeze dried coffee has the longest shelf life. Okay, get Mozilla. It will keep you full and add a bit of coffee. What is that? What is Mozilla? What? I'm about to look it up. Oh, maize. Got it. Okay. I know. Okay. Okay. Grandma used to do that when she didn't have milk. Got it. Okay. Okay. Well, I love y'all. I'll be back, hopefully. Let me get moving. I'm going to go make me something to eat. Oh, it's already 4 o'clock. Okay. Okay, I love y'all. I'm about to go. I did not know it was that late. I love y'all. I'll call y'all back later.